yet another DJs BrewTube beer review. Well, it's been a challenging week, guys. A mentally challenging week. So that means it's time for DJ to self-medicate. And how do we self-medicate around here at DJs BrewTube? We get a big-ass stout, a big-ass barley wine, some behemoth of a beer, and we pour it down our necks for self-medication. That's right. And where are we going to go to fill our prescription today? We're going to go to Weyerbacher Brewing Company out of Easton, PA, US of A. Yay, yay. And we're going to have their Sunday Morning Stout. Now, what about this beer do you need to know? It's an Imperial Stout. It's a spring or seasonal serving. It clocks in at 11.3% ABV and between 50 and 90 IBU. It's a bourbon barrel aged beer. Yes, and in fact, it's been aged in Four Roses bourbon barrel. If you have not tried Four Roses bourbon, try it. It's a really tasty treat. So, it's also had coffee added to it. That's right. As the adjunct. I don't know if it's been put in the barrel, if it's been put in the fermenter or what have it, but it's had coffee added. This beer has also been known in the past as SMS, Sunday Morning Stout, and it's been in development at the brewery since about, from the best of my knowledge anyway, about 2013. It's been on tap there, and it's some beer festivals, things of that sort, but first time they have bottled this. Now, I've seen several reviews of this. I've read about it online. There's a lot of buzz, and I'm glad we got some of this in Maryland. I saw my buddy Matt at Massive Beer Reviews review this, and he was going gaga and really dug this. If you have not checked out Matt's channel, do so. He does some good stuff. He's one of my brothers from up in Pennsylvania. Anyway, enough of that. Time to get the top popped on this, get it in the snifter, and tell you what's up with the Sunday Morning Stout. Yes. Let's see here. I'll get the top popped. Ah, big blast off the top. Obsessively collectible crown. Wow, and I can smell bourbon wafting from the cannon smoke. Yes, man, this is pouring black and viscous looking into the glass. That's what I like my medicine to look like. Not a little tablet or a pill or something little injectable. No, I like my medicine to look like that. Dark and rich and creamy. Anyways, let's get an appearance on it. Do I even need to look? It's black. Black as night. Black as pitch. No light is passing through. It is not. Wow, the bourbon is powerful on this. It's got a lovely cocoa-colored head here. Got a solid one-finger cocoa-colored head, that is. When I swirl it, yeah, we're going to get some glass lacing on this. We got tons of alcohol legs coming down. Wow, that is a gorgeous, stereotypic-looking stout. That's what we expect, or at least I expect these days, out of a barrel-aged stout that's supposed to be a big beer. Man, dark, rich color, rich body, thick viscosity out of the pour from the beginning in the appearance, and a lovely head that seems to be dissipating rather quickly. Let's dive our nose into the glass here and see what's up in the aroma department. Wow, big bourbon, a lot of vanilla notes coming off that bourbon, char, chocolate, coffee, man, delicious whiskey notes. I can smell that Four Roses bourbon in there. It's a bourbon I've had several times. Wow. Very vanilla oak tannic forward. The coffee's in there in the background. There's chocolate, a bit of like cherry sort of dark fruit notes. But lots of char, lots of vanilla, very bourbon forward beer. I'm getting like dark roast notes as well, mixed in with that coffee. It's hard to tell whether it's like roasted malt level notes I'm getting or coffee. This beer, in aroma a lot, reminds me of the Lagunitas beer I had, where the whiskey and the stout aspects were more the player in this beer, being a new beer like this, and then as opposed to the coffee adjunct being the bigger player, like it is in Bourbon County coffee stout. So, let's get a taste on this. I'm ready to dive in, and man, a bit of tobacco in there too. Yum, I'm diving in. Cheers. Wow. I gotta have another drink of that. Look at that, guys. Just as I suspected. Excellent glass lacing. Damn. This beer is tasty. This is a bourbon drinkers and bourbon likers Imperial Stout that's been barrel aged. It's big up front, in your face, and forefront bourbon. Like vanilla. Four Roses, if you've had it, it's on a sweeter side bourbon. And it presents itself that way. You can taste that sweeter, those sweeter bourbon notes, the vanilla. And in the background after that, there's char, chocolate, cherry cordial sort of notes in there that I get also that I've mentioned before in like Brooklyn Black Chocolate Stout. I get that in there. Really nice full mouth feel to this beer. The alcohol is not hidden in this beer. It's not I don't really get like phenolic alcohol taste. I get plenty of warming in the chest, but the alcohol or spirit-like taste I get is all bourbon. It's not like boozy beer taste. But wow, super smooth mouth coating. The chars in the back end, and I get that sweet cherry like at the sides of my tongue, and that's combined with vanilla. Man, super smooth, super easy to drink. The coffee's not omnipresent in this beer, like in this Lagunitas beer. The High Westified bourbon is, like I said before, in the aroma, it is playing forward totally through in the taste. But wow, just a tasty, tasty beer. Wow, I can't. It's very smooth for 11.3%, easy to drink, but there's enough of an alcohol presence in there and the warmth and everything to let you know you're drinking a big beer. But wow, super tasty. And I've heard others mention this, and I'm going to say this too, that you can tell that this has potential to cellar. I don't know if the coffee will come up anymore, but this is an excellent barrel-aged beer. It's definitely the best barrel-aged beer I've had from Weyerbacher, hands down. But man, very well done. So, you hear I'm kind of geeking out on this. I'm loving these layered flavors it's got, and it's my kind of beer. You can kind of tell because I'm a little extra animated. Well, I'm always extra animated, aren't I? Anyways, so, great beer. What do they grade this? They're giving it a 97, nearly an A+, very, very high A. That's on the upper edge of my scale. And Beer Advocates give it a 96. That's a really high A. I'm going to go with the 96 myself. And why? Because I think this is, it's a really big, really bourbon-forward beer that I think's got some cellaring potential, and it'll develop more, and those flavors will integrate a little bit more. The alcohol heat will tone down. That's really its only detractor, is as the more you drink it, the more alcohol warmth you feel sitting down, going from like the back of your palate into your chest. That's the only detractor from it, but it's a pretty young beer. It's I don't know, let me see here on the bottle. It's about, it's under a month old when I'm drinking it now. So, it's got time, it's got potential, but it's a damn good beer. If you can find this, get a 4-pack of it. It's a definite cellar stuffer, and it was cheap as hell, too. I paid $12.99 for a 4-pack of this. That's like freaking robbery. I mean, you go buy a bottle of Parabola, that's $23, $21 here in Maryland. It's probably cheaper out in Cali. You buy a 4-pack of Bourbon County coffee. God knows what they're gonna rape you for it on that. I've seen up to 20-some bucks for a 4-pack of that. This beer is a steal. It's a great value. It's well made, and it reminds me in a lot of ways of KBS that I had back in 2011 with those char notes and that barrel character in there. And the coffee wasn't the big forefront of that beer either, but it was a great complement to all the other flavors that are going on. And maybe that's a trend we're going to see in these coffee accented stouts, that have been barrel aged. Is it's going to be one of the players, but maybe it's not going to be all coffee all the time bashing you over the head, because I think this is a really tasty, very well put together package. And I think it'll cellar well, because when you have these beers that aren't maybe so coffee dominated, in time you don't really miss that because it wasn't the number one player there, and maybe in the end you get a beer that cellars better. So I don't know, but we're going to find out, because I managed to wrangle a 4-pack of this, so we'll see how it develops. So to the next DJs BrewTube, I got to ask you something really important, a little task for me, and that's thinking globally, drinking locally, and supporting the craft beer movement. So guys like Weyerbacher will put out their best beer so far, and they'll keep putting out their best beer so far, and keep that diversity rolling on and making us just love this hobby and having fun with it. So, till then, please remember to rate, comment, and subscribe, especially if this is your first time watching. We got more beer review fun coming for you, mixed drinks, and all that old shit we do here around here at DJs BrewTube. So, I'm going to enjoy the rest of my night. Why? Because I'm going to have the rest of my Sunday morning stout here. Even though it ain't Sunday morning, I don't care, because this is all mine. Till then, I got nothing but a bunch of love for you. Thanks a million for watching. And you know what's coming? That's right, a peace out!